Hey Terry, so finally this is my video. I was thinking about after our last conversation. Last time it was about 3 weeks ago, and the reason why I wanted to do this video is because we talked about actually I think the what initiated our conversation was me sharing that I didn't have so much sensations in the past weeks, and that was on our WhatsApp discussion board. And you actually responded to me and saying that you felt probably in a similar way. And we had this whole discussion, and you were telling me that when you feel this way, and actually we had very similar way of actually living it. I think it was that we it's difficult to when we don't feel our sensations, it's difficult to feel guided in our lives. Desires are less strong, so it's yeah, more difficult to make decisions, and we're probably less happy. Like we feel more like in a neutral mode. And at this time, you were actually making your videos to market your coaching services, and I was you actually had stopped this week when you were feeling less sensations and less happy, and I had this suggestion for you to try actually to make these videos and to continue marketing yourself even in these periods where you feel yeah, you have less sensations, where you're less happy. I mean, and yeah, that's actually really what emerged from our discussion, and I wanted to show you that it's possible to do so. So actually, I haven't been feeling lots of sensations in the past few weeks. Like actually, so when we talked last time was a couple of weeks ago. So I had like a couple more weeks. So it's been 3-4 weeks, and the funny thing is that when I shared this on the board 2 weeks ago, many people actually answered to my what I actually shared about me feeling not feeling so many sensations and having difficulty to feel guided in my life because things weren't clear. But at the same time, I was saying that um, I w- I was just accepting it and not trying to do things to add stimuli in my life. Just try to feel what there was there, and I think lots of people like felt really actually related to that, and that's why I got so many messages. But my message was not happy. I mean, I wasn't that happy. I actually wasn't happy at all. I felt bored, and so that's the funny thing. So I kind of had this suggestion for you to make some of your coaching videos to market yourself, not when you're sad, but probably, yeah. Well, yeah, you could actually, and I think part of your coaching and the coaching in general is. Well, maybe I'm mistaken, but it's to well, if I had to do a coaching video, let's say I'm doing now a video to market my coaching services, and well, I think a thing I'd like to teach is to people to accept all these different phases that we live in our life. And so we have these moments where we feel less happy. We have these moments where we feel less sensations, when it's more difficult to actually make decisions because we don't feel guided by our bodies, by how we feel. And but still, I think we can show ourselves, and I think there's a way to be confident with ourselves within that. And that's actually uh, a lot what I want to teach in my coaching services. It's being able to dig into ourselves, and that's something that we can do at any time in our life, any whatever the different phases that we actually live through. One of the things I'd like to teach you too is how to accept yourself, and how to be confident even when you feel down or when you feel less sensations, and how to be confident even when you're less happy. And um, I was thinking what would be more convincing than doing a video when I feel this way my own self. I mean, there's a way to yeah. to and conveying this, communicating this to other people when you're actually feeling this way makes it even stronger, because I mean, there's not just life is not just about happiness. It's also accepting who you are and the faces you live through, and trying to find out what there is like throughout all these different faces. So the discussions I had with you, Terry, was we said that if we'd always were super high in sensations, we'd never had the opportunity to actually refine how we feel inside of us. So the like a sensation, like we said that it actually usually goes into waves. We don't always feel like super like strong sensations, and that's probably like a real opportunity when they're like these sensations are low, to actually be like in a more in a listening mode, like listening to our bodies. What is it trying to tell me? Can I be like can I actually, if the sound is actually more subtle, can I actually maybe get closer and try to see what's there? There's always something there. There's always sensations, and yeah. So actually, it's like hearing. Like when the sound is always too loud, that we become deaf. So it's a very good thing that sound sometimes it's quieter, and then we're able to actually heal our hearing, and to make it more fine, and to hear more subtle sounds, and that's a complete. So it's when we talked, we really like talked about this being like an opportunity. There was also this on the other aspects that we talked about, and I was saying that maybe when I feel less and my sensations are less clear, it's also maybe I've never let myself the opportunity to feel some of these sensations. And very often in my life, I think when this happened, or maybe I had sensations and I tried to hit them, and hit them like underneath like lots of noise or other stimuli. Like I always find a way to hide some of my feelings and these sensations. And so I had this thought, okay, maybe I have sensations right now, but they're just hidden, or I'm unable to hear them. I can't understand them. And I wanted to pay attention to that. So that could be also another opportunity or another phase in our lives, where it's a time to discover other new parts of ourselves that we never let ourselves like be put attention to. And yeah, so that's this other thing I wanted to say. There's one more thing that in my life this week that actually I've come to realize is that I had this home, and actually I told you about it, Terry, actually a couple of minutes ago, more than a couple of minutes ago, maybe an hour ago. And I had this home where I didn't feel comfortable towards the end, and I knew I couldn't get more comfortable. We were in this situation where we only had two pillows, and I mean, nest supplies were really limited. And yeah, I was in lots of discomfort, and I was thinking, should I let this home finish, or should I actually have it stop? I mean, we had that was the second home, and but I decided to continue with it, and with the knowledge that I couldn't be more comfortable. Like I had made all the adjustments necessary. And what I noticed that was really interesting is that the I couldn't pay attention to other sensations than my right leg. Then I mean this discomfort, and my right leg like feeling super numb, and the blood circulation actually stopping in my leg. And that was such a big lesson, because I realized that if I'm living big discomforts in my life, it will probably be very difficult for me to feel other sensations. And I was thinking about my work, and me not being comfortable at work these days, and accepting it, and not making adjustments, and not actually stopping it, saying, well, this should stop. It's been already like going for too long time, me not being comfortable. And I think there's there's also like yeah, truth, something in there that we have to learn, that when we accept discomfort in our lives and we don't actually make something about it, our attention will be put towards this. And when this happens, of course, it's very difficult to feel other sensations. So, so that's pretty much. That's actually it's been more than 10 minutes for talking about this, and but yeah, I wanted kind of to make this video and show you that it's possible, I think, to make a video of you marketing yourself. And there's a lot to learn in the different phases in our life, and we can show ourselves. And that's I think there's a lot, when people see that, they can relate to it. I mean, people, if they're down or feeling less sensations or in a really neutral phase in their lives, and seeing this video about a person like being super happy and blah blah blah, yeah, well, we might think that it's going to be more attractive or convincing for them to come and see us, but I'm not sure that's actually the truth. And yeah, just for me, the experience of posting this message on the board, me feeling this way and having all these people PM me in the back, and wanting to talk to me about what they were actually living in their lives at this moment, that was or similar or difficult. And it's funny because it's really, it's not often that so many people at the same time will approach me and share these moments, these difficult moments they're going through in their life, or these moments that are not super happy, and that they're not that it's not easy for them to actually put forward, put like a. And yeah, so that was really surprising, and I think there's something to learn about that. That when we actually show ourselves in the, I mean, in all aspects of who we are, people, there's going to be something for everybody, and that's, yeah, that's going to be a call for someone somewhere. And yeah. So I'm really glad we had this discussion, and I'm really glad we had this discussion tonight. And I hope you're not bored after 12 minutes. And I'm really looking forward to talking to you soon again. Have a good night.